DreamCon 2026 early batch drop information. For those of you that are interested in going to DreamCon next year, this is a quick video, well, somewhat quick video, just detailing some information that I think would be helpful if you're a first-time con goer, and just give you some tips on things to look out for, and they help you secure your badges as smoothly as possible. So I have some notes right here. I'm gonna go through each of them one by one. But if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. I'm gonna try to cover as much as possible here, but I'm sure I'll miss some things. And then I also encourage you to check out the FAQ page of the DreamCon website. So first, the release date and time of the early batch drop. So this will be Friday, October 10th at 7 p.m. Central Time. That's 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time and 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific. I encourage you to download the DreamCon app and then also go on Tixr, that's TIXR.com, and create an account. Now, why these two are important? So Tixr is the platform that you'll buy the tickets from, but within the DreamCon app, there's a link or like a separate, tab where you can click on, it'll allow you to log into your Tixr account, and you can make the purchase from there or directly from the Tixr website. I think when I got my badges last year, I did it through the app, but you still have to like log in and everything like that. So when you're creating your account, I strongly recommend that you go on and enter your credit card information. Just make sure like those things are like, secure. That way you can have a smooth checkout process the day of the release. Now, some things to consider before the release date for the badges. I mentioned in my previous tips video to determine if you're going solo or as a group. If you're going solo, you don't have to worry about this next part. But if you're going as a group, you want to start to figure out like what those numbers are, because I think that there's a limit on the amount of badges that you can buy. I think it's maybe 3 or 4 per person that you're able to purchase. And then also you want to make sure that if you designate someone to make the purchase for the group, that person is 100% certain that they're going to attend next year. Why is this important? So whenever you're signing up for the badges, the person that's making the purchases, their name will be on the order information. And when you go to pick up your badges, they will cross-reference that person's ID with the name on the order. And if that name does not match up, you can't pick up the tickets or the badges. There is no transfer. If that person drops out, the folks, the money that was paid will essentially be lost. So make sure that if you're going as a group and you're designated someone to pick up to pay for the badges, that person is 100% certain they're gonna go. Onto the prices. Now, they're gonna be offering the single day badges for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There'll be the 3-day weekend badge, and there'll be the premium badge. Now, the price for the Friday badge is $75. The price for the Saturday badge is $75 also, and then the price for the badge of Sunday is $60. The weekend badge is $150, and the premium badge is $350. Now, I'll go over my recommendation of like which badge you should get here in a moment, but I want to go through what these badges consist of. Now, the 3-day badge and the Friday, Saturday, Sunday individual badges all get you the same thing, which is pretty much standard access to the event. Now, there'll be some things that you have to go through a reservation system for, and you'll be able to take your shot at like reserving those things. So yeah, pretty standard, typical entry, things like that. Now, the premium badge, I gotta read these off. For the premium badge, you get early access into the exhibit hall on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So what this means is, say the con opens up at 10, right? At 11 o'clock, those with the premium badge will be able to enter the exhibit hall, which is like the big room with all the vendors that are selling like merchandise, shirts, a whole bunch of stuff, art. So from 11 to 12, those with the premium badge will have 1 full hour to, have that room to themselves. Everyone else with the standard admission, the 3-day badge admission, they'll have to wait outside. And outside being in like the common area. You'll still be in the convention space, just not the exhibit hall. After that hour is over, they open up the doors and everyone else can go in. Now, I think that that's only valuable on day one, on Friday. If you want to like get in, do your shopping early, and maybe get like, first dibs on maybe something that might sell out. But even still, I don't think that things really will sell out because they have good quantities. It's really not until Sunday that you'll find that things begin to sell out. As a result of having the premium badge, you also get priority line access with exhibited entry for all premium stages. I'm not super familiar with the premium badges in terms of like how the priority lines will work. I didn't see any stations that had, hey, these are for priority lines, these are for standard lines. But then again, I also just accessed those things that were open to everybody, right? I cosplayed last year, so I spent a lot of time just like walking around, talking with folks, taking pictures. And I walked around the exhibit hall like multiple times and made some purchases. And then there's the game room where they have like the gaming tournaments and things like that. And from my experience, we were able to just go in and just sit anywhere. So if anyone watching, got a premium badge and, has some more insight, please drop it down below to let the folks know. But yeah. So there's also like some mentions about access to main stage via priority lines with no RSVP requirement. There's apparently a deluxe lounge that folks with the premium badge can get to. You get a lanyard and a discount to the DreamCon store and some other like priority things. But still, like I said, I don't recall seeing any of these things like marked off. Which this leads me to my recommendation as to which badge you should get. I personally recommend you go for the 3-day badge. I think that it's a good value. You're able to like get in all 3 days, no problem, and enjoy the convention. Especially like if you're going, maybe it's like a first time con goer or you're going to cosplay. It's just a really efficient thing to have. The second reason I say that I recommend the 3-day weekend badge over the others is, one, I just don't see the value in the premium badges. I don't see the added benefits. Like I say, if you have other opinions, please drop it down below. But then also it comes down to the pickup process. Now, when you pick up the badges, there is usually an early pickup date, which is like the Thursday before the Friday of the convention. And if you have the 3-day badges, you can go on Thursday and pick up, your badges for yourself or your group. Now, if you get the single day badges, you have to go to the pickup spot every single day of that individual badge. Now, say you're just going for Saturday, you only go Saturday. Oh, and the location of the pickup spot is a hotel across the street from the convention center. Now, the reason why I say you don't want to do that is because I remember Friday, me and my friends, like we left the convention, and the pickup spot for the badges is on the second floor of the hotel across the street. The line for those people trying to pick up their badges went from the pickup spot, around the corner, down the steps, outside of the building, and around the block, I think twice. You don't want to be in that line. So go for the 3-day badge, go to the early pickup on Thursday, and just be done with it. I think the same rule applies for the premium badge. You can also pick that up on Thursday. But regardless, you just don't want to be in those lines Friday, Saturday, Sunday trying to get your badge. You want to be saving that energy for, walking around the convention, getting in on time, things like that. So yeah, the last note is that like the badges will not be mailed. They have to be picked up in person. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any other tips or advice for you to consider for the early badge release. Like I said, just make sure you've downloaded the Dream Convention app, that you've created your Tixer account, you've entered your debit card information so that you're ready to go on the native release. And just be on standby. Talk to your team, your group, or you're designating someone to make the purchases. Make sure that they are 100% certain that they're going to attend, and you'll be good to go. So yeah, best of luck to everyone going out there to secure their badges. Badges do sell out. Now, this is the first drop. There will be subsequent drops later on in the year. I'll keep you updated once we get that information, but make sure you're following the DreamCon social media pages, specifically Instagram, and you'll get additional information from them in real time. But yeah, I'll keep making videos. If you have any questions, drop them down below, and see you in the next one.